Once, in the royal court of a great king, there lived a highly respected priest known for his wisdom and intelligence. His reputation was so remarkable that whenever he entered the court, the king himself would stand up as a gesture of respect. The king would remain standing until the priest took his seat. This showed how much honor and reverence the priest commanded. One day, during a court session, a deep and thoughtful question came to the king's mind. He turned to the priest and asked, "Tell me, which is more important in this world, good behavior or knowledge? Is character greater than knowledge, or is knowledge superior?" The question was profound, and even the wise priest needed time to think about it. Bowing respectfully, he said, "Your Majesty, this is a significant question. Please allow me a few days to reflect on it so I can give you a meaningful answer." The priest returned home, troubled by the king's question. Despite all his wisdom, he couldn't find the right answer. His wife noticed his unease and asked, "What's troubling you so much?" He explained the question posed by the king and shared how he was struggling to find a suitable answer. After thinking for a while, his wife suggested, "Why don't you try doing something unusual? Maybe it will help you discover the answer." The priest decided to follow her advice. Using his position and influence, he secretly went to the palace treasury and took 2 pearls without permission. A treasurer nearby saw him take the pearls. Although surprised, the treasurer thought the priest must have a valid reason for this. After all, someone so honorable wouldn't steal without a purpose. The next day, news of the theft spread throughout the palace and eventually reached the king. When the royal court session began, the priest entered as usual, but the king didn't stand up to greet him as he normally did. Instead, the king remained seated, his face showing anger and disappointment. The priest immediately noticed this change in the king's behavior. After some time, the king finally spoke. "Priest, is it true that you took pearls from the treasury without permission?" The priest calmly replied, "Yes, Your Majesty, I did." The king was shocked by his honesty and asked, "Why would you do such a thing? Everything in this palace is at your disposal. Why resort to theft?" The priest took a deep breath and replied, "I did it to answer your question, Your Majesty. Yesterday, I had the same wisdom and knowledge that I have today. My understanding has not diminished. Yet, because you heard that I committed an act of theft, your respect for me has changed. You did not rise from your throne to greet me today, nor did you show me the same warmth as before. This proves that character is greater than knowledge. Even with all my wisdom, a single act of bad behavior reduced your respect for me." The court fell silent, and everyone reflected on the priest's words. The priest continued, "Knowledge is powerful, but it is meaningless if it does not guide our actions. Wisdom must reflect in our behavior. Otherwise, it is hollow, like an empty vessel. A person's greatness is not measured by what they know, but by how they act. True knowledge is not about gathering information or expertise. Its value lies in how it shapes our actions and improves our character." The king and the court were deeply moved by the priest's explanation. The priest's act, though shocking at first, taught everyone a profound lesson about the importance of character over mere knowledge. The moral of the story is that character is more important than knowledge. Knowledge alone has no value if it does not reflect in our actions and behavior. True greatness comes from how we treat others and live our lives, not just from how much we know. A person may be wise and intelligent, but if their behavior is dishonest or disrespectful, their knowledge loses its meaning. Good character is the foundation of respect and trust, and it is what truly defines a person's worth. Therefore, we should always strive to let our actions match the wisdom we possess. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this story. Until next time, take care and keep moving forward.